And actually, when I first saw this, so this is Marco Rubio talking about how they're going to be stringent about issuing visas if you have negative rhetoric against Israel. Uh, and I want to be careful here because the first headline I read was they claimed that he literally was like, any criticism of Israel will get you to not get a visa. Or and I was already going to go down the freedom of speech path and how they're trampling on it, which they still kind of are. And they already have in this administration, right? Like, I'm remembering last year when they revoked student visas for people who wrote in their campus newspapers,
Yep,
write criticisms of Israel or pro-Palestinian shit, and they just like, so they
that's
already
right.
have. They already have. Let's be clear. I
Yep,
don't want to like,
yep.
but I do want to continue to focus on the bullshit that they try to pull, and the again, brought to you by Free Speech Party people who trample on free speech by basically, now again, I don't think he came out here and said if you're just critical of Israel you won't get a visa. That's not what I think he's saying. But between what they've done in the last year and a half, almost 2 years, and which he's continuing to reiterate here with the whole, like, he basically says, like, if you hate Jews and if you have weird rhetoric against Israel, you won't get a visa. Um, it's so, and I again, I recognize that it's tricky here because bigots, true bigots, are maybe a different conversation, but again, when you marry this rhetoric with what they've actually done for the past year and a half and 2 years,
Hmm.
they're just trampling on free speech. They're trampling on
Hmm.
free speech. They would love if nobody ever fucking criticized Israel in any certain way at all. And you say, oh, we've talked about this 100 times. You say, oh, why would they do this? Because they're all getting fucking Israeli money. There's plenty of Israeli money, and
Yep.
they take it, and they have Israeli friends. These people, when they get into powerful positions, they don't walk the same streets and meet the same faces that we do every day. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what's going on? Who knows who they're talking to? What that influence is? There's plenty of APAC money. Um, and it all just sucks because I feel like it all adds up in this context to trampling on free speech. So people should be allowed to criticize the Israeli government. I think people who, again, and every time we talk about this stuff, we should reiterate, people who are anti-Semitic in a true form, where you just think if someone's Jewish, they're nasty and they're evil, you're a fucking idiot too. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Jewish people are just like any other people that walk this planet. There are plenty of good people in it. There are a slice of bad people in it. Like, it's just like, what are you talking about?
Sure.
Um, but the idea that criticizing the Israeli government, the people that are running the show, pulling the levers, you shouldn't be able to do, you wouldn't get a visa. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's anti-Semitic. We've heard it 100 million times, and I just want to bring it up again. Like, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. It's just, it's so
Yeah.
stupid. Again,
I mean, I can't. I have to just agree with everything you're saying. I mean, because again, if somebody was coming in and you were to surmise that they were somehow of the opinion that, like, Jewish people, all Jewish people should be killed, let's say. Obviously, that's somebody you're not going to let immigrate into the country.
no,
But we've
that
seen what the
person
Trump administration has
sucks.
done before. They
Right.
kick people out of this country who are actively here on student visas for even the most tepid criticism of Israel.
For being
For
like,
being
you
like, hey,
shouldn't kill
maybe
innocent women and children.
right. You shouldn't displace Palestinian lands with illegal settlements. You shouldn't, right? Like, that was
Right.
enough to get you taking out of the country as a
Right.
student on a visa. Um, so we know what this is. I mean, and what they do too, right, is they'll focus on maybe a handful of bad actors to just sweep that out way broader than the people that most of us would be okay with excluding. Like, now they just use that as a lever to get rid of anybody who has any criticism of Israel. Like, goodbye. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And what
Oh
does
yeah.
this mean? Does this mean they're going to scan all of your public accounts and they're going to question your friends when you're coming in as an immigrant? How do you even screen for these attitudes towards Israel? You know what I mean? How do they
Yeah.
figure out what's going on there? I don't know.
We already know that they definitely comb social media if they know you're like if they target you for something, they already definitely do that. Um, I don't. I still don't believe yet necessarily that they sweep. Well, maybe they sweep all of social media these days. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I stay off it. This is exactly why I stay off it these days. I swear. I used to not comment. I used to say just because like who cares what I think. That's why I don't comment. Why would I ever like? Now I think more like I don't want people to see what I say. you know, Palantir's out here. Fuck you, Palantir. Anyways,
Yeah, it is getting to be that point.
yeah, it's tricky. But anyways, yeah, I always love
It's
to also
ironic.
bring up that it's brought to you by the Party of Free Speech.
Well, again, yeah, right.
There's no
There,
go sure go ahead.
I was gonna say there's plenty of people that have come to this country specifically for the ability to speak freely. Um, I know
Sure,
Salman Rushdie was that. I know
sure.
who's that young girl that was targeted by the Taliban? Malala Yousafzai.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, does she live
Like
here?
these,
Does she? Okay, I didn't know that.
I believe so.
Oh,
I mean, you
okay.
think she's living in Afghanistan? Probably not. Or
No,
was it
no,
Afghanistan?
no,
Sorry, it was
no,
Pakistan.
definitely
It was
not
Pakistan.
in some. No, no,
But
no.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's just ironic, right? Especially if you're the party of free speech, and they'll just look the other way on this. I found it crazy ironic that Trump was talking about the media being against him in his speech to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. He's talking to the media, and he's like, "You guys don't treat me fairly. You know, it's a blah blah. You know, the usual shit he's stirring." And yet, since the start of his second administration, the number of lawsuits he's brought against news organizations for saying shit that absolutely is protected speech.
Dude, he's such
It's
a
like, how do you get to
thin-skinned,
live in this space? How do
such a
you get to
thin-skinned
be
scum.
allowed to live in this space and be that large of a hypocrite? It's crazy.
That is crazy, dude. Such a thin-skinned scumbag, dude. Come on, bro. Come on.
It blows my mind that, like, if you're MAGA and you believe in, free speech and free press, Trump isn't your guy. I'm sorry. He might say that he's a champion of those things, but he very clearly, by his actions, is not. So, make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Again, people should be free to say what they want about the Jewish government, or sorry, Israeli government. All right. The Jewish people are just like any other people, mostly good. Some there's every sliver of whatever is tricky for whatever reason. But
Bad actors
most
everywhere.
bad actors everywhere. There you go. That sums it up very well. All right. Um. Yeah, and I don't worry too much about where free speech quote unquote is going. Um. Because I feel like if you can keep yourself decently offline, here we are recording words that we upload to the internet. To be fair, but
God bless.
I'm not out here tweeting. I don't see and hear you doing that either, or Facebooking, or any of this stuff. I think if you stay off there, you're always and you will be good, or better than otherwise. But you put this stuff online, they don't like that free speech out there, folks. And if they can control F somewhere, think about it. It's not great. It's not great. Think about what you
Not great.
post. So, but if you're leftist and pro union, I support you. And if you're brave enough to post that, do it. Do it for me. Anyways. All right.